Oh yes, you're welcome back to today's video. We say happy Easter to everyone. Happy Easter to the world. In today's video is I would say is a heart-touching video concerning what has been happening anywhere you are, no matter the country or the place you are. I would say your prayer needs to go to the people that has been massacred in Nigeria, those that have been killed in Nigeria through every means, because as you can see, the country Nigeria, they're supposed not to celebrate Easter. They're supposed not to, because what is happening every day in this country, it is not something that people need to come out and be celebrating. Mostly the northern part of Nigeria, the middle belt, everyday massacre every day. This is the video concerning Pastor Eneche, the warning and the thing Nnamdi Kanu said before he was jailed, and the speech, because Pastor Eneche, he made a very concrete speech here and very directive talk that the government, they need to listen and they need to understand what to do and what is happening in this country. And I would like you to watch the video to the end for you to understand things that is going on, because in this country we are living, some people, they are crying while some people, they are enjoying it. And then this issue of banditry, Fulani Herdsmen, Boko Haram, and the rest of them, it is for the benefit of one part and also for the benefit of the government, because we believe that and we know that the government is benefiting from all those injustices, all those terror that is happening to the Christian community in Nigeria. So according to the headline, I say they jail the man who raised the alarm. Nnamdi Kanu warned them. Eneche speak out. So everything that Eneche said here is concerning the thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned them about. Although he did not directly, but if you listen to him, make sure you watch it to the end. It is the same warning that Mazi warned them about what is coming and what is happening in Nigeria. And because of it, they jail him, because of he's a man that speaks the truth anytime he wants to talk. Just listen and they watch. As you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share it for everyone to see what is happening in Nigeria.
Now listen, I came here tonight with a very, very heavy heart, because of the things that have happened in this last 1 week. Takum in Taraba State, Monday the 23rd of March, unconfirmed report, awaiting confirmation of a St. James Catholic Church attack. Once the detail is known, you will know. Place called Kagarko in Kaduna here, Palm Sunday, last Sunday, people were in wedding. By 11:30 p.m. in the night, gunmen arrived on the wedding occasion, killed 13 persons, 10 injured, 28 abducted. How does it feel like it was your wedding day, God forbid, a relation's wedding day, and all you got was bloodshed, was tears, because of devils and their incarnates? And Gwarukuba, which is a place I know very well in Jos, this Sunday, the same Palm Sunday, 7 days to Easter, young men out there, was that 8 p.m. in the evening? Gunmen arrived, opened fire. Some say 28. A Christian leader today I spoke to in Jos said over 40 killed, many injured. Today, one of the videos they sent to me was a young man in front of the University of Jos Gate, where I went to school almost 40 years ago. They just rushed at him. Some of you have watched it, right? And we are killing him right in daylight. Huh? A human being. These people that surrounded him may not be more than 5 or 6. I'm going to come to that shortly. I have only 6 questions to ask tonight before we pray. Question number 1. Is it not better and easier to deploy all necessary resources to ensure the killing of Christians stops in this nation than to spend energy, time and resources and lobbying to deny that Christian genocide does not exist? What a waste of time. What a waste of resources. What a waste of effort. Question number 2. Is it not more profitable for the nation to defend the lives of the people than to prepare for next election? Election over the dead. Dead victims of state failure. My question number 3. What nation makes progress in the climate of crisis and monumental insecurity, being left behind by smaller and smarter nations? Maybe where people like Botswana and people like Burundi or Rwanda and so on are talking about certain things, maybe we may not be able to speak. Because it looks like our people from the top down enjoy crisis, insecurity. Who wants to bring investment to a nation where you are not sure? Question number 4. When will we be tired of being a reproach among the nations of the world? When will our nation's leadership be tired of Nigeria making negative headlines around the world? And then you literally a reproach. Someone was telling me the other day how they travel somewhere and they were checking passport and say, okay, you are from where? Nigeria. Stand here. When will we be tired of this? Question number 5. When will lack of human value, of value for human lives, end in this country? Lack of value. When will both the leadership and the followership of this nation value human lives? And let me tell you, it is easy to blame leadership. But I want to tell you something about followership. That video I watched today, it speaks volumes about this nation. 4 or 5 people were killing this boy. Cars were passing and driving aside. Trailer was driving and going. Keke Nape passed by the other side. People were standing and watching. Now person that they kill. Now person that they kill. 4 or 5 people only. Nobody is saying enough to step down of the car and say, please all of you stop, let's go and rescue this boy. They left him for him to. That is the selfishness that is killing this nation, and the wickedness. They are all on social media there. Fighting petty things. And everywhere, people are a human being on the road. Somebody said that people deserve their leadership. The quality of a nation is determined by the quality of leaders on top of them. They keep complaining about bad leadership. What of bad followership? I couldn't recover from it. What am I saying? Is it not person they are killing? So people are driving. One day we traveled and we're coming around Gwagwalada side. I saw a young girl wrestling with a taxi driver. Everybody was passing. I told our people, stop. Well, we passed already. When I saw it, I said reverse. We reversed. They parked. I said, well, let's go and rescue that girl. What is happening? And we moved. What's going on, taxi driver? Why are you intimidating the girl? Long story made short, it was settled and rescued. But not our generation of human beings. Self-centered, self-focused, minding their business to the detriment of the life of a human being. This should be a shame of a nation. That video shouldn't go anywhere. Where somebody is on the road being killed. Number 6 question. And I rest and we pray. When will valueless, worthless, senseless killers in the name of religion be instantly apprehended and rapidly prosecuted? If they need to set special courts, Ecclesiastes 8:13 said, when sentenced, put it on the screen, when sentenced against, no, that's not what I'm looking for. When sentence against an evil work is delayed, the hearts of the 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. The killers of Yelawata, we haven't heard whether anybody, I don't know, maybe you have heard, whether some people were arrested and some people prosecuted. We haven't heard. But I want to say that in the name of Jesus, it will not continue. For this Angwarukuba massacre, we are waiting for the people to be arrested. We are waiting for the people to be prosecuted. And it is not going to be a secret prosecution. It will be something that will be done for everybody to see that we have a nation that is serious. A serious-minded nation with serious-minded leadership. It is time for us to say enough is enough. You don't wake up and kill people and then they go. And then nothing happened. They are also listening to the news. Nothing happened. Nobody arrested, nobody prosecuted, nothing. Then tomorrow the mad people come again. That devil is a bastard liar. That devil is a bastard liar. It is time for every agent of the devil. And in all fairness, where we find ourselves did not start with the current leadership of the nation. It started longest time, 20-some how many years ago. But there should be at least one leader all of these years that will say, not under my watch. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Even if that is what I do and I am in power for one day, I am all right. Let history record that I stepped in and I wiped out the devil and returned Nigeria back to a secure nation. Just was the headquarters of Oyibo people when we were there. Because they like the weather. I hear that there are some of the tall mountains that have some snow on top of them at times. They like to live there. Jos, precious, beautiful Jos there. But today, devils and their agents turned it into a blood field. Are you hearing what I'm saying here today? We are going to pray, and I want everyone to pray with a heart cry and to say, Lord, enough is enough in our nation. Enough is enough. But how many of you are in agreement with what I just said? That those who kill people from now forward should be brought to book urgently. Urgently. It should not take 2-3 weeks, highest a month. They are brought to book.
For years, he kept warning Nigeria about rising insecurity, violence, and instability. He spoke again and again, but instead of listening, they put him in prison. Today, when I look around at what is happening across the country, I cannot help but ask, what if they had listened? They called him all manner of unprintable names just because he saw far ahead of everyone and spoke the truth boldly without fear. For years, I have watched Nnamdi Kanu speak about insecurity, extremism, and the danger of armed groups infiltrating parts of Nigeria. What strikes me most is not simply that he spoke, but that many of the fears he raised about insecurity and violence have become part of Nigeria's painful daily reality. Today, when I look at the killings, kidnappings, attacks on villages, and the general fear that now grips many communities, I cannot help but think back to those repeated warnings. To me, this is the most painful part of the entire story. Instead of seriously addressing the insecurity concerns and the wider political tensions in the country, the focus shifted to arresting and detaining the man who kept raising the alarm. That contrast is what stays with me. I keep asking, what if they had listened? Sometimes I sit and ask myself a simple question. What if the warnings had been treated as an urgent call for national reflection instead of political confrontation? Nigeria has faced years of security challenges from multiple armed groups, including extremist insurgents, bandits, and criminal networks. These problems are not imaginary. Human rights organizations and major news outlets have repeatedly documented the scale of insecurity across the country. This is why I find the situation emotionally difficult to ignore. A country under pressure from violence needed dialogue, reforms, intelligence, and protection for its people. Instead, what followed in Kanu's case was arrest, detention, and a prolonged legal battle that has remained highly controversial. For me, it feels like the messenger was punished. I keep coming back to the feeling that the messenger became the focus instead of the message. Whether one agrees with everything Kanu said or not, the reality is that insecurity in Nigeria has worsened over the years. Communities have suffered, families have been displaced. Many Nigerians now live with fear. When I reflect on this, it feels as if the warnings about instability were overshadowed by the state's decision to treat him primarily as a legal and political threat. That is what makes this story feel deeply personal and painful. Because sometimes history asks, did we silence the warning instead of confronting the danger? The pain of watching events unfold. It is one thing to hear warnings. It is another thing to later watch events unfold in ways that seem to echo those fears. Every report of attacks, kidnappings, or mass violence makes people revisit earlier public warnings from different voices across the country. This does not automatically prove every warning was correct in every detail, but it does raise an uncomfortable thought. Nigeria's security crisis is real, and it has become impossible to dismiss. That reality is documented far beyond politics. The prison symbolism. For me, prison in this context becomes more than a physical place. It symbolizes what happens when a nation's political crisis and security crisis become entangled. Nnamdi Kanu's detention since 2021 has remained a major issue in national conversations and has fueled continued tensions in the southeast. Every time I think about this, I reflect on the irony. A man who kept speaking about danger and instability ended up behind bars, while the instability itself continued outside. That contrast is deeply haunting. What I truly feel is not just anger, but sadness. Sadness that Nigeria has reached a point where insecurity has become normalized. Sadness that dialogue often seems to come too late. Sadness that people often only revisit warnings after tragedy has already happened. For me, this is less about politics and more about the tragedy of a nation struggling with unresolved security issues. As I reflect on Nnamdi Kanu and the years of warnings associated with his public message, I keep returning to one thought. Sometimes, nations pay a heavy price when warnings are met with silence, confrontation, or imprisonment rather than deeper reflection. Whether one agrees with him or not, the insecurity crisis in Nigeria is undeniable and it continues to demand urgent solutions. What do you think? Were these warnings ignored too early? Drop your thoughts in the comments and follow for more deep reflections and documentary-style stories. Stay tuned.
Oh yes. I hope everybody have listened to what Pastor Eneche have just dropped, and the analyst what he said concerning the whole thing that is happening. You know, in this country, we don't understand. I don't understand. Sometimes when something like this is happening, when there is a people who comes out to give warning about the insecurity, about the injustice, and about the thing that is going on in the country, mostly the people of the southeast, the government of the day, they will have it in their mind that those people is because of their chasing for their Biafra. And again, the man who is giving this the information is a man of Biafra. He's the one who speak about Biafra almost every time. Nigerian government is the Pharaoh in the Bible, who is very, very adamant during the days of Israelites and the Egypt, when the Moses came to Egypt and to free his people. We don't know if all those things is the stubbornness, the ignorance, and the issue of adamant of a government not listening to the word of God. Because sometimes they will tell you that God is speaking, but it is not like this. And then person will be telling you that during the days of Moses and Egypt, God said this and that, but it did not reflect back what really happened. In those days of the days of Egypt, days of Israel in Egypt, it is almost something like this, but it's just quite little difference. But this one, God now use humanity to punish the government. They use these bandits, they use Fulani men, they use Boko Haram and the rest of them to punish the Nigerian government because of they are not doing the needful. And the people who is clamoring one Nigeria, right from immemorial, I'm seeing and I'm thinking what would be their mind. The Britain, which is the UK, that colonized Nigeria, that keep Nigeria in this quagmire, in this issue, and in this terrorist and contraption, they are not even saying anything. Everything that is happening, they have not even said anything. Instead of it, they will just invite the president of Nigeria for them to come to UK to have an handshake with them and to just speak just like that. In fact, when the people who is talking about the thing that is happening, then they will now tag those ones terrorists. Had it been, it is not the help of Nnamdi Kanu and the help of Simon Ekpa. The same way the North Middle Belt is crying today, the same way the Southeast is will be crying. And then if you look down to the Southwest, down to the West, which is the Yoruba land, their place is still bleeding because of the same issue. None of them listening to what is happening. None of them listening to the voice of or to the voice that warned them at the first time. None of them. They believe that everything this man is saying is just saying it because of he need Biafra or because of he's an Igbo man. Nobody knows the Moses the everybody is looking on. But what we used to pray is that Moses should come, Moses should come. But once the Moses come, do you know him? Once he arrived, do you know the Moses? Nobody knows him. And he tell them that the only solution in this country, it is only one thing. Let those who want to be free. Then this issue of terrorism, this issue of banditry, genocide will stop. Just allow people to be on their own and to free people from this bondage, because as you can see, what we are staying is a country where the government is concerned only for themselves, for their children and for their family. Then for the rest of people, you can live or you can die, so it does not concern them. And imagine how come a country will be suffering the type of thing that Nigeria will be suffering. They will be paying Washington, they will be paying the lobbies for them to lobby what is going on, for them to blackmail things that is happening, if not the help of some of the IPOB member that is around the world that is even giving information, first hand information of what is going on. But in Nigeria here, they tag them terrorists, and they tag them, in fact, they tag them all sort of names. The leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they jail him because of he's saying the truth, he's revealing the truth, and also he bring out security men that guide the people. He bring out, but the governors that is listening to the federal, the governors, all the governors, be you north, west, east, south, all of them, they are listening to the federal. And who is controlling the federal? The federal, the Kakus, and the emperors, I'll call them the emperors, that is controlling the central, that are the Fulanis. Be you, no matter how you think it, they are the Sultan of Sokoto. No matter how you think about it, they are the one that is controlling everything, every affair that is happening in this country. So there is no two ways about it. And you now, you claim that you are a Christian, you claim that you are fighting for your freedom. All of them is just for fighting sake, until when the needful is being done. When the people start rising up, start saying the truth, and start doing what is needful. And then if you, in fact, a lot is happening, a lot is happening. And the man who speak the truth and the man who tell them what they need to do, instead of for them to listen and for them to understand the statement, they find every means to sentence him life imprisonment. Or more Tosho, I thought that when the prison Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu, then this issue of banditry in Nigeria, terrorism, and the rest of them will end. But the people that is doing all those things, they are giving them free wife, offering them job opportunity, taking them out of the country. For those, they are rehabilitating them and they're putting them back to the soldier. But the people that are in the IDP camp and the people that they chase away from their community, the government says they are not even looking into their welfare. What they are even looking into is how they are going to rehabilitate the terrorists. The terrorists, you rehabilitate them, bring them back to society, and again they will go on and be still buying people everywhere. And after everything, you claim that we are in a country or we have a government. I don't think we have a government. I don't think so. The cry of the masses, it have reached to the peak of where people need to sit down and start thinking, are we living in a country or are we just living in an area? It's a business area. It's just a business area for the Britain, for the whites. Anytime they want to come and take any resources they want, they will just come and take and go. That is what is there. Well, I would like to hear your comment down below. What do you think about the youth in happening in Nigeria? Like, subscribe, and make sure you share it for everyone to see what is really going on. Still say Happy Easter to everyone around the world, and pray mostly those in the middle belt and those that did not have anything to offer and they did not have anything to say. Pray for them to understand the fight and for them to understand what we are here for. We are here to sanitize and to give people information, first-hand information, and for people to understand the thing that is going on in this country, because justice must be served for those who need it. We say thank you for everyone.